All right, my friends, here we are standing at Broadway on 42nd, and right in the heart of Midtown Manhattan. If you know New York, you know this is a spot that's always alive. And this is a great spot that's always alive, no matter what hour of the day. Right now, as evening falls, it's actually night already. It's around 9:45. The date today is August 31st, 2025, 9:45 p.m. So right now, the city hums with that special kind of electricity you can't find anywhere else in the world. So we started with a busker, a band, a famous band, busker, there in the subway as they perform their covers, and a lot of people are, viewing, watching, and enjoying their show. Well, it's a mix of bright lights. Now let's take this walk together. So from here we're heading westward along 42nd Street towards the Port Authority. Be careful of the bike lane because that is their own lane. You should be careful when you're crossing. No, don't be ran by bicycles. Bicycles has their rights to use the roads here in New York City. That one, like that one. So you can rent a bike anywhere. There are a lot of bike rentals around the area. It's city bike. Almost every corner has some city bike parking in there. You can grab it. Just use your app, and you're done. So we're westward towards westward along 42nd Street and towards the Port Authority bus terminal. Maybe I should go cross again to the other side. Look at the traffic. It's heavy now. I love the lights here. You see those marquees, like the marquee here in Amsterdam Theater, where they're showing Aladdin for 30 years. You know, but as we go, I'll point out some history from some fun trivia, and of course a few little life lessons we can pick up from the city that never sleeps. What I say here, effective September to Tuesday, permanent route adjustment. This Simpax for Extreme bus will be discontinued. Oh, this bus stop will give you discontinued. You can only take the Sim 8 from this stop. Sim 4X, Sim X bus will be discontinued. You can only take the Sim 8 from this stop. This happening. What's happening? Sim 4 and special express trips of the Sim 4 and Sim 8 routes. All Sim 4 trips are being discontinued, with some of the express Sim 4 trips converted to full route Sim 4 trips. Regular Sim 4 and 8 trips will not be reduced. Okay, but the bus stops are they're gonna remove this bus stop here soon. Anyway, that is Broadway. You see right now, Broadway on 42nd Street. Yeah. First, let's pause here for a second. And this intersection is not just a piece of concrete. It's a stage. For more than a century, this corner has been the pulse of New York City's theater district. So to the east, where my camera is pointed right now, you've got the shining marquees of Broadway theaters, and this one. And to the west, where my camera is pointed right now, there's the grit and grind of transportation hubs over there by the next corner by 8th Avenue. You know, life lessons here. Well, sometimes you stand in the middle of the crossroad, where dreams and hassle meet. You know, on one side you've got the glamour, the lights, the promise of a standing ovation. And on the other, on that end there by the west side, the sweat, the long commutes, the everyday grind. But together, both sides are necessary, because even the brightest stars need the discipline of hard work to keep shining. So as we step forward, take a look around. The buildings are tall. Yes, but more than that, they're layered with stories. And people have come here for generations to chase something like opportunity, to escape, excitement, even love. So some found it, some didn't. But all of them left a little trace of their spirit on this street. Oh, Pandora is gonna be opening here soon. Pandora is gonna be opening here. Before it was the candy bar or candy store here. Now it becomes Pandora. Okay, the energy of 42nd Street. We're now walking westward along 42nd. You'll notice the pace changes a bit. No? Here the theater buzz of Broadway starts to give way to the practical rush of transit. As we reach the what do you call that? The Ports Authority bus terminal. You know that the Manhattan Theater Club is no stranger to lights and cameras. I think I should be walking from this side, but I'm going counterflow with the others because it's covered with scaffoldings up there. You know that it's a landmark of its own right. Founded back in the 70s, I think. It's known for producing some of the most groundbreaking plays on Broadway and off-Broadway. But tonight, the spotlight has shifted a little bit from the stage to the sidewalk. The bright floodlights, like this one, okay, the equipment trucks. Oh, that's Target trucks. And the cables running everywhere. It's the real behind the scene of filmmaking. Take a moment to watch how orchestrated the chaos is. At first glance, it looks like total madness. People shouting into headsets, assistants running back and forth with clipboards, extras standing around, nervously in costume. And look at the crowd gathered here. New Yorkers and tourists alike craning their necks. Let me turn on my map for a second. Okay, look at most of the tourists. Their cell phones are held high, trying to catch a glimpse of the surroundings, the lights, the stars. Some are whispering, "What is that? Wow! Oh!" You know? No, that's the thing about New York. You never really know what you might be just a few feet away. If you've ever wondered why New York is such a popular filming location, just look around. These streets are a character of themselves. The architecture, the lights, the energy. You can't fake that on a Hollywood backlot. I'm focusing now my camera onto the Ports Authority. I'm trying to catch my breath because I'm on a mask right now. My allergy is starting to set in again. Goodness. Sorry about that. Whew. Anyway. Anyway, here the theater buzz of Broadway starts to give way to the practical rush of transit. And taxis swerve in and out. Buses groan along the lanes. And the sidewalks packed with people of every background. This is one of those moments when New York feels like a living motivation quote. Keep going forward, unquote. Well, nobody stands still on 42nd Street as I do right now. The lesson? Life doesn't wait for you. If you want something, you've got to keep walking towards it. Even if the sidewalks are crowded and the traffic lights seem against you. Look at the billboards and digital screens flashing above. Some of the biggest advertising real estates in the world. Companies pay millions just to have their messages seen here. Why? Because New York is influenced. Being seen here means you made it. But here's the inspiring twist. You don't need a billboard to matter. Your life, your story, your walk, that's your message. And guess what? Somebody somewhere is watching and they're inspired by the way you keep going. So we walk past through those theaters. There's like the Amsterdam Theater. That's one of the Broadway's oldest houses where Disney, the Lion King, rode to life for years. That theater opened at the beginning of 1900. May allergy. Imagine over a century of performances, laughter, and applause echoing through those walls. It's proof that art can outlive us, inspiring generations long after the curtain falls. Now, here in front of us is the Port Authority bus terminal. That one of the big billboard of Staying 70. That's from New York Knicks. You know, this is one of the busiest bus hubs in the country. But before we get there, the sidewalks get even denser, filled with commuters, tourists, and folk hustling for their next gig. Oh, I see something interesting across the street, and they are gathered together. What is in there? Oh, there's a snake man. A snake man is in there on the other side of the street. Well, here's where another life lesson kicks in. New York teaches resilience, you know. You've got to know where you're headed, keep your pace, and not let the bumps throw you off course. Kind of like walking right now. People will bump into you, distractions will pull at you, but the goal is straight ahead. Well, the Port Authority building looms here. Some call it gritty, some call it chaotic. But let's be real, it's also a symbol of movement. Every day, thousands of buses roll in and out, connecting New York to countless towns and cities. This is where stories begin and end. You know, soldiers coming home, dreamers arriving, families reuniting. And that brings us to one more thought. Never underestimate beginnings. You might start in a crowded bus terminal, a place that doesn't look glamorous, but it's taking you closer to your dream. It's sacred. Every great story starts somewhere ordinary. Okay, now let's walk north along 8th Avenue here. And this is 8th Avenue right now. We're heading northward. You know, immediately you'll notice the vibe here is different from Broadway. Broadway feels like a stage, lit, glamorous, carefully curated. 8th Avenue though, that's the new side, or this is the raw side, I mean, of New York. It's diners, bus stops, convenience stores, bodegas, and fast food chains, mixed with sleek new hotels rising above. This is a cafe here, European Cafe. Interesting. There's 7-Eleven there, pizzas, burgers, Chick-fil-A. Well, this area is not trying to impress you. It's just being real. And isn't that a lesson in itself? Sometimes the most authentic parts of life are the ones that aren't dressed up. You'll see people rushing, the bikes there. They're rushing with bikes, luggages, backpacks, shopping bags, packed foods. Each on their own mission. Some are heading home after a long day, and some are arriving wide-eyed, ready to dive into the city. Let's cross it. I'm crossing 8th Avenue. And this is 8th Avenue and 43rd Street check, or they call it the Leon Davis Street. And this is one of the access to 42nd Street Port Authority Bus Terminal Station. One of the access to the subway and to Ports Authority Bus Terminal Station. Those are trains ACE 7 and 123, and there are a lot of lines there connecting. Well, the sidewalks here remind us of life's constant flow. Can we cross? Oh no, we cannot. People come and go, but the avenue itself remains steady and enduring. So this is 43rd Street. Cars or the traffic going westward. So streets in Manhattan are all one way. So that's to prevent the heavy flow of vehicles all together at once. Okay. We continue walk northward along 8th Avenue. Well, as we head north, you'll pass a few interesting spots. Wait, the New Yorker Hotel is on that side there. We passed the New Yorker Hotel already. Here we have the Westin New York Hotel in this side. But the New Yorker Hotel that I was telling you along this avenue, that isn't far from here actually. It's an Art Deco masterpiece that once hosted everyone from Muhammad Ali to Nikola Tesla. It's not on 8th Avenue proper, but it looms nearby, a reminder of old school New York glam. Here in 8th Avenue, you'll find a mix of budget eateries and newer high-rise apartments. And of course, the souvenir shops. This area has been transforming over the past couple of decades. What used to be run down and avoided at night has seen waves of redevelopment. What is that music? It's gonna kill me. Okay, that loud music, that's what you call noise pollution. It's not pleasing anymore. Anyway, this is one of the iconic hotels here along 8th Avenue. It's called Now NYC, Row NYC, I'm sorry, Row NYC, that one there. One of the most iconic hotels here in 8th Avenue. But I believe this turned into a shelter from the pandemic time up to this time. You know, that this area has been transforming over the past couple of decades, I was saying. And because what used to be a rundown and avoided at night has seen waves of redevelopment. On this street, this is 44th. It's a row of theaters in this one. We have the Majestic Theater. Majestic is always majestic. That's where Phantom of the Opera has been shown for how many decades. And the St. James Theater there on the side. And a lot of theaters in there. A lot of theaters. You know, St. James Theater, that is what performance have I seen there? Oh, I've seen the Sunset Boulevard there by Nicole Schwarzenegger. Am I pronouncing that good? But anyway, that's New York story in a nutshell. It's there's a constant reinvention. The city is always shedding one skin and growing another. Oh, we haven't reached the restaurant row yet. Okay, maybe it's the next. Oh, the 46 is the restaurant row. And just like the city, we're allowed to reinvent ourselves. And if a block can change from forgotten to flourishing, so can you. Everyone can. Oh, here's a famous food court with gelato and pizza. Oh, it's a big one. Pizza, gelato, cookies, breads. And look at their gelato. Gelato natural. Look at that. Ooh la la. Hey, the strawberry. Okay, you know, walking this stretch in the evening, the lights glow differently. Unlike the neon blaze of Times Square, the lights here are softer and more utilitarian. Storefront signs, street lamps, hotel entrances, and it feels more lived in and less performative. Oh, yeah, look at this Hell's Kitchen, Il Fiorno Hell's Kitchen, one of the famous bar and restaurant in the area. And that one there, the Iron Bar and Grill. These two bars side by side are famous in the area. And look at the chandelier there. Look, it looks like the same chandelier at the Phantom of the Opera. Anyway, that's the worth, and that's worth appreciating. Not every moment in life has to be a show. Sometimes it's enough just to exist, to breathe, to walk forward step by step. Are we in 45th? Oh, we're in 45th yet. Let me stand here. Oh, Moulin Rouge. Oh, this is the Moulin Rouge. Oh, the Moulin Rouge just finished. See, these are the audience of Moulin Rouge, and it's just finished its performance. That's the Hirschfeld Theater, where Moulin Rouge is being shown. I've seen Moulin Rouge, but I missed Moulin Rouge with Boy George. I want to see Boy George perform on Moulin Rouge. I missed that one. But anyway, this is Moulin Rouge. Look at the marquee. Well, the film version of Moulin Rouge is by who's that actress? The ex-wife of Tom Cruise, and the leading man was I'm forgetting now. Oh my God. Anyway, this is Moulin Rouge, the musical, and this is the theater. It just finished, and everyone is getting out of the theater. They did to vacate. And Moulin Rouge is one of the longest musical ongoing here in Broadway. Look at the theater. Look at the inside. Yes, the inside of the theater. See, that's the inside of the theater. See that? Beautiful, right? Although the theater is quite small, it would have been better if they had a bigger venue. Beautiful, right? It's beautiful. It looks like a nightclub. It's well paraded. And look at the ceilings. And the band is located down there. Hola, Nación Alternativa. I was there by the Ports Authority. I'm walking along 8th Avenue, and now I'm by 45th Street here at the theater where Moulin Rouge is being shown. And we just finished Moulin Rouge. It's a wonderful show. Only that Boy George is not playing tonight. He had been playing in the past months, and I missed that. It would have been wonderful if I've seen Boy George. Anyway, this is this strip is full of theater. So Moulin Rouge is theater one here, and as we go eastward, you see a lot of theaters here, like Golden Theater, where Operation Mincemeat is showing, Jacob's Theater, Schoenfeld Theater, Marquis Theater. A lot of theaters on this row. Okay. So, do you want me to turn here instead of 46? This is just 45. Make a shout out to you, .rm. Hello, .rm. And make a shout out to Warren Silver Fox. Okay, Tony, a shelter is for homeless people. Oh, Tony didn't know about shelter. Maybe they don't have shelter in Canada. I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize that America has shelters and Canada hasn't. Anyway, let's continue walking. This is the 45th Street or Runyon's Way. This street alone got a lot of theaters. But I would like to turn via 46. Let's turn to 46 because 46 is where the restaurant row is. Okay, so let's go 46. Anyway, yeah, Warren Silver Fox, High Gill, according to High Gill, SSO to you. Thank you very much, Warren, for coming. I did not go to the Caribbean festivities. It's a 4-day festivities. It must be very joyful. What do you call this? It must be what do you call this? Very bright and brilliant celebration. I did not go there because I had a what do you call this? A bad experience last year. That I was there and there was shooting. There was pow 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 and one was unlived. And I was afraid that anytime it's gonna erupt soon, you know, and especially tonight that there's a DJ, a lot of drinks, a lot of dancing, a lot of celebration. It's the long weekend and everybody's crazy there. They cannot control themselves, and anytime there's yelling, there's fighting. And I cannot afford to see that kind of scenery. So I would rather walk peacefully here from 42nd Street, 8th Avenue, and then the theater district. And we saw the Moulin Rouge. Okay. Tomorrow is the Strange Parade. Yes. The Stranger. It's not strange, it's stranger. More Strange Parade tomorrow. I'm not going, sorry. Thank you very much, Warren. I think this is a smart move. I want to keep myself safe. Although some are in there, were there, like Love to Travel and Fernando were there. They were brave enough to do that. And the Sean is watching on his way home and he came from the Ports Authority. Hola, hola, Nacion. And Arkul, amen, the people are watching. Thank you very much, Arkul. And Tony, could you stay in a shelter when visiting to save money? No, it's not easy to go to a shelter. There's a lot of procedure in there, a lot of, I don't know, a lot of red tape, shall I say. So if you became homeless and you would like to go to a shelter, seek a shelter in the shelter, they will accept you after a long process. And maybe you'll be homeless for 30 days before they admit you there. That's the bad side of it. That's why it's not easy to become homeless here. Okay, and you know that's the haven for a lot of vices, drugs, prostitution and everything. And Warren says, Tony, a shelter is for homeless people. Yeah. What did I miss there? Oh, Mark the Taro, made a shout out to you and RBTV, Ryan O'Malley too. And that is Tony from Calgary, Alberta. Hi Mariah Aryan and Rodney Cox. Thanks for coming back. Marian there too. Hey, Christian Sanchez. How are you, my friend? He says, M. Zambrano, how it's going? I haven't seen M. Zambrano yet. I think it's M. Zambrano that the Christian has remembered from among the viewers here, right? And Tony says, wow, I did not know that some people in Canada just go to the shelters on the weekend to party. Oh, that's a good thing. I love that. I was thinking of trying to go to a shelter actually, you know. I was asking my friend, a local here, a former policeman, a former NYPD police, and I asked him, please can we go to a shelter? I just want to experience it. He said, no, it's not that easy, it's not good, blah, 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 all the negatives. Anyway, I gave up the idea. But I want to experience it. How is it inside? But Canada's shelter is very different. Let's go to the on a weekend for a party there at a shelter in Canada. That's a good move. Anyway, we're by the block of 45 and 46. You see that famous playwright bar there, the playwright Irish bar. So that is where most of the theater performers, off stage directors, productions people are hanging out after their gig or after their show. Some still wearing smudge makeup on them, and some still with their costumes on. My God, my allergy. Anyway, Warren Silver says that Studio 54 was a shelter. Oh, really? You know, Warren, I learned a lot from you. And you know a lot about Studio 54. Only one thing I know about Studio 54, when I was not in the United States before, it is a jeans. It is a jeans with a pocket. At the back pocket, it's stitched with 54, number 54. That's what I remember. I don't know if it is only if there was really a 54 jeans that occurred here in the US before, because that's what I remember about it. Oh, Studio 54 is a shelter for the rich and famous. Wow. What is the exact address or location of Studio 54, Warren? You told me before, I didn't remember. Oh, was it 46 and Broadway, where the American Eagle store is right now? I roughly remember. Okay, so this is the theater district, theater contrast. Now here's a fun little contrast for you. Just a block east of here, Broadway theaters are hosting musicals. Let me focus my camera there. That one. That one. Yeah, just one of the streets here that's full of theaters side by side. Look at that, Booth Theater, Schoenfeld Theater, Jacobs, Golden, name it. And on the other side, Marquis, and a lot of theaters there. A lot of theaters on this 45th Street. But we're going to turn by 46. This is 45th right now. And these streets here, they're hosting comedies, dramas, musicals, plays, for thousands of guests dressed up and snapping selfies. Oh my God. Well, meanwhile, here on 8th Avenue, the drama is unscripted. The street performers, the taxi drivers, shouting at each other, the lovers having an argument on the corner. The tourists trying to figure out the subway map. It's all happening live. No script and no curtain calls. And honestly, isn't that the truest form of theater? The life itself is a theater. And it's raw and true. So when you walk 8th Avenue, you're reminded that every single person has a role. Some are lead actors in their own story, some are background characters in yours, but all of them matter in the grand production of the city. Well, as we keep walking north, you'll notice just how diverse the crowd is. You might hear Spanish, Hindi, Mandarin, French, Filipino, Malay, and dozen other languages before you reach the next block. That's the beauty of New York. It doesn't just belong to one group of people. It belongs to everyone who dares to set foot in here. Okay. So this is 46 already, right? So we head north towards the 46. Where's the street sign? I don't see street sign. But anyway, this is 46. Because this is where the restaurant Raw is. Look at that. That's the restaurant Raw. Let me go on the other side. Oh, it doesn't say restaurant Raw here. Anyway, this is the list of restaurants on this particular street. A lot of them, right? From Chinese to Korean to Spanish, Italian, French. They're all in there. There's Japanese ramen. There's Latansi Italian. There's Caribbean cuisine. And there's another Q ramen. Yeah, Q ramen is another Japanese. Anyway, this is the restaurant Row. Restaurant Row. That is, you see that? It says restaurant Row. Yeah. Okay, Warren says between Broadway and 8th Avenue near the Ed Sullivan Theater. Oh, near Ed Sullivan Theater. So if it is near Ed Sullivan Theater, near Gallagher, yeah, the Gallagher, what I call it, steakhouse, right? Anyway, so it's a few blocks from here. So we're now at 46th Street. Here's a thought to carry with us. You know, New York avenues are long, straight, like this 8th Avenue, and sometimes feels endless, just like a life journey. But when you break it down, block by block, step by step, suddenly the distance becomes manageable. That's what we are walking on right now. So if tonight you feel like your dream is too far, take it New York style, one block at a time. Keep walking, keep pushing, and before you know it, you look back and realize just how far you've come. And here's the cops trying to give ticket to the pedicab driver here, because they need license, you know. Pedicab drivers need licenses and registration to operate around the city. Okay. Let's turn. Okay, let's cross the street. Wait. Let's turn to 46. But before, let's look around. Oh, there's Rio Plaza. Rio Plaza, New York Times Square Hotel here. It's one of not very new, but relatively new. I think it's in here for 10 years already. But you know, it's not the red brick type building, or you know, it's what do you call that? Glass and the steel type of building. That's why I said relatively new. Anyway, this is 46. And now we made our northward stroll up 8th Avenue, and here we are about to take a right turn into 46. This isn't just any street. This stretch is known as the Restaurant Row, like the one I'm showing you there. That's the Restaurant Row there. You know, a legendary block filled with history, food, theater connections, and a whole lot of character. You know, if 42nd Street is the gateway to Broadway, then 46th Street is like its kitchen. And this is where performers, producers, and the dreamers used to gather before and after shows. And tonight, as we walk eastward, the block hums with that mix of savory aromas, conversations, and little snippets of laughter spilling out of the open doorways. I'm sorry. I think across the other side. Let's cross 46 and cross the other side because there are scaffoldings there. I don't want you to see scaffoldings as I walk around. And this street is where I frequently go on a Sunday because this is where my where I go for a a church here. There's a church here that I go on a Sunday, and I attend the gathering for that church. Okay. This block between 8 and 9. Let me talk about this block 8 and 9. That block there between 8 and 9 has been home to iconic eateries for decades. Starting back in the 60s and 70s, it became a hub for pre and post theater dining. Actors would stop here after a show, and tourists would flock here for a bite, and locals considered it their own hidden treasure. Well, you find everything: Italian, trattorias, French bistros, Japanese sushi spots, steakhouses, and the cozy Irish pubs, among others. In a way, this block is a mini version of New York itself. A world of flavors squeezed into one avenue. Oh my God, my allergy. Okay. Well, anyway, here's a life lesson tucked inside. Well, sometimes the best experiences aren't in the biggest, flashiest places, but on a single block filled with variety and passion. Just like life, richness doesn't always come from size, but from diversity and flavor. Okay, so it's impossible to walk Restaurant Row without talking about its ties to Broadway. For decades, this was the unofficial hangout spot for actors, playwrights, and musicians. After the curtain call, performers would gather here, sometimes still in a partial costume or with stage makeup faintly smudged, just to eat, to laugh, and to unwind. Imagine the conversation these tables have overheard. Deals made of napkins, friendships forged over late-night coffees, tears of failure, and toast to success at the same time. Commercial kitchen available. Coffee. Oh, they have a coffee here. Picnic, 245 West 46th Street. Interesting. Oh, you can get coffee in here, okay? This is a digital food court. Voila. No public restroom, no pets allowed. Oh, you can order there. Look at the food. The food, little cup bakery, sweet tongue cookies, Palmira, Tamal Express, crispy karma. Oh, a lot in here. Okay. So they have a babka bailout. Oh, look at that. Okay, commercial kitchens available. Get in touch. Okay. Hey, I'm Zambrano, May. Everyone hit the like button according to May. Make a shout out to you, May Zambrano. And saying hi to Christian and to everyone. Yes, you're correct, Warren. That row is the Hell Kitchen. Okay. No notification. Why? Hi, Gil. According to Zambrano, no notification. Oh, you didn't get any notification? Oh, sorry for that. Everyone hit the like button. Okay, thanks, May, for coming in. And Israel Morales, I think Morales was just watching quietly in the background. And because May Sembrano is not here, now May is here, you know, Israel Morales can talk now. You know, it's always that Israel is waiting for May to come over before he speaks, right, Israel? Because May is his friend here in the chat room. Okay, they have here vintage on 46, and this is the Paramount Hotel, the classic Paramount Hotel. You know, this Paramount Hotel is so small, but this is where the New York Fashion Week is housed. I was here during the New York Fashion Week. It's so small, the venue was so tight. The venue was just for the models and the photographers itself, not for the audience actually. But anyway, this side here is the Sony Hall. This is what I'm talking about, that I frequently go during a Sunday, cause what I call this, Hillsong Church. Hillsong Church services is being held here at Sony Hall. That is, Sony Hall is a multi-purpose hall. And I think for tonight, Sunday, August 31, they're showing Selena Johnson Chapter 3, The Flesh 20-year anniversary tour. And on the 23rd, on the September 3 Wednesday, Casts. And on the 6th, Static and Agam. And Runway 7 presents New York Fashion Week, September 10. Look at that. On September 10 to 14, again, Runway 7 presents New York Fashion Week. That's gonna be September 10 to 14. Okay? Thank you, sir. This is Sony Hall. And here, from September 16 to 17, Choir, and the Rickies with Connie Danger, September 20. They have a lot of series of shows here coming September. We call it Jazz, a journey to the heart of the New Orleans. Oh, that's fun. I love that. The September 21 thing. And Ryan Adams on September 22 and 23. So look out for which one best interests you among the shows here. And Israel is saying, hola, 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 amiga, M. Sabrano. Hola, Israel, bienvenido. No. And this is Paramount Hotel. The hotel is so small, but it's classic. Everything is classic. Even the smell is classic. I'm not kidding. Wait, let's wait for them. Okay, and another row of theaters is in here, like this one here. Whose side are you on? Oh, Chess the musical. Oh, Lee Michelle is doing another musical. Look at that. That's Lee Michelle there, entitled Chess. That's Lee Michelle. You know Lee Michelle from Glee. That's Lee Michelle of Glee, and Aaron Swift and Nicholas Christopher. So Chess the musical. Watch out for that. Chess has been a classic musical ever since. It's a rerun. This is a rerun. I love some song of the Chess that I remember. Leah Salonga used to sing them. And the Richard Rogers Theater there, where Hamilton is being shown. That's Hamilton. Richard Rogers Theater showing Hamilton. And this is our Paramount Hotel, a very classic hotel. Okay. Anyway, so where are we right now? This is 46, right? Okay. Anyway, I was talking about the restaurant also, right? I'm always forgetting now. Anyway, here's another fun thing about this block. You can literally eat your way around the world without leaving it. Italian, Japanese, Indian, French cuisine, it's all in here. Now as we near the end of, or we start walking at the beginning end of 46th Street, heading closer towards Times Square, you see the glow of candles on tables inside the restaurants. The restaurant there in Paramount Hotel, see that? The Paramount Hotel there. Yeah, that one. It's Paramount Times Square. And that's their restaurant there and bar. I can smell the garlic bread in here. Oh, because there's a bake shop in here. You know, all of it is ordinary, but in its ordinaries lies beauty. Because here's the truth: most of life isn't fireworks and bright lights. Most of life is made of small, glowing moments, like this empanada here. See that empanada? Beautiful empanada, right? A special offer for Pizzeria customers, the Theater Center. Special offer, the Theater Center at 50th Street and Broadway. Okay. That's 50th, a few blocks from here, 50 premium seats. What food do they have here? Oh, that's the cabaret at Kit Kat Club. Before it was led by Lambert, Adam Lambert. Is the pizzeria, pizza, and among others.
231 West 46th.
Perfect pizza, blah blah blah. Did I eat tonight? No, I haven't eaten yet, right? Oh, maybe I can grab some. Sell empanadas.
Empanadas go to the Habana.
Habana. Cafe Habana.
You one place. You sell empanadas. Yeah.
Anyway, I would like to taste that. Beef patty, right?
With cheese or without?
Con queso, sí. Con queso.
Oh! Sorry, can I get some plastic knives and forks?
Just give me 1 second, please.
Nico! Nico! ¿Quieres que me la cierra?
Con queso. Beef patty con queso.
Hola amigos.
Hey there, mega shout out, Mem Zambrano, hola hola, Albino, Mustas, .rm, Albino is there, gracias. Empanada, beef patty con queso para $6.
Hey. Okay, when you're ready, let me know.
How many you
Make
want?
a meeting.
I want one slice.
Okay, 3 slices.
Yeah, a mini.
Mini.
A mini mushroom pizza.
3 motion slices. 3 slices with motion.
Baby, honey, right? That's the one,
Make it fresh.
Huh? You want a fresh pie? The guy make it here,
Albino,
everything fresh.
gracias
Fresh
bien. buen recorrido. Thank you, Albino.
You said you want two with that one.
No, one is for you and Abby, and one is for mommy and
4137.
Yes, Tony, pizza. Ito with the basil leaves.
One more,
Grama.
and then the pepperoni.
1 gram of
Israel Morales saying hola hola. I don't see Marisa tonight.
Get a water. Let me give you all the sugar. Or do you want some or whatever that is back there.
Make a shout out to you, CRH2. Thanks for coming back. CRH2, isn't that appetizing? The pizzas here are appetizing. Well, anyway, I got a beef patty instead of the pizza. And that beef patty with cheese. We'll just wait for our beef patty, okay? And we're gonna get out of here.
Just one chips? Yes. Small, 272. Large, one water, 380.
I'll take a large.
Okay?
Anyway, what was I talking about? Anyway, so this is one of the restaurants, the diversity of food here. We have restaurant row, but this one is just a small over the counter for pizza and other food. And life is like this block, you know, a mixture of flavors, a variety of experiences, some moments flashy, others humble, like this one here in the pizza joint. But together it makes a feast worth savoring. So whatever you're walking through tonight, whether it's success, struggle, or somewhere in between, remember to taste it fully, because even the bitter flavors add depth to the dish of your life. Yeah. So after this, we're gonna go straight 46th Avenue until we reach 46th Street until we reach 8 Avenue and Broadway, and that's our final destination. The brightest part of the planet. We're arriving to that Times Square, and we're gonna see more lights, more culture, and more inspiration. Okay.
Okay. Cheese.
So it's not yet done. Close the door. Gil, you shouldn't be a poet. You should be a poet. Oh, thank you. No, I just gather some information from my other channel, the Inspire and Uplift, and I got a lot of inspirational and motivational, videos in there. Christian Sanchez said, "Everyone rise, join the national anthem." Hey, Christian, where's the national anthem? What's that for? Thank you, Warren Silver Fox. What kind of cheese I must see, Gil? The beef patty. No, they put a shredded cheese. I think that the shredded cheddar cheese. I think. A melte. What did you call that? The white one, blanco. Oh, queso blanco. See, mozzarella. See, the one that's melting, mozzarella. Yeah. See?
Mariano is my cousin.
Really?
Mariano, right? My cousin. He's the best.
I believe. Oh, is that then? So it's not yet done. No,
That's what
no finito. So it's not yet done. They reheated it and you know. Yeah, Christian Sanchez flagpole. Oh, gracias. See? Oh, maybe a little here, bite a little here. No. Okay, gracias. Okay, you know we have here our patty, beef patty in here. See that beef patty, and we have a bag here. So whenever that we're not able to finish our patty, hey, let's eat his en la bolsa. Let me put it in la bolsa so I can walk and eat at the same time. Maybe like this. Maybe like that, see? Then we continue walking because we're near our destination. The favorite of Christian. Christian, we're coming now. Okay, let's walk. Thank you, man. Okay. Now this is your theaters here, the Richard Rogers, and mind you, the Church of Scientology is on this street as well. See that? Yeah, and it's beside the church that I'm going to on a Sunday. And we continue walking. It says Hotel Edison. Oh, I see Hotel Edison. It says Bond 45. So Hotel Edison is occupying 46 and 47th Street, right? Well, beside that is the newer Marriott. Marriott Hotel. Hotel Edison is one of the establishments that had electric lights here in New York City. It's so old, classic, and with Bond 45 bar here, down here. And this is the Marquis Theater, showing Stranger Things, The First Shadow, and the remake of Death Becomes Her. This is from a movie, 20 years ago movie. Perfect musical comedy.
I'm trying to find a flag.
Oh. Michelle Williams is in here. Oh wow. Mariah Samson, hello there. Yummy, yummy, yes. I'm eating now the beef patty. Tony C, interesting use of space. Yeah, you know, correct. Dimension, thanks for coming. Dimension says, what's up, what's up? The theater's name is Lawn Fontaine. That's the Lawn Fontaine Theater. Viola Van Horn, Michelle Williams is Viola Van Horn. Okay, we're now here by Times Square. Look at that. Sorry man, I'm eating at the same time. I'm eating at the same time, sorry. Anyway. And yes, here we are, friends. We're stepping off 46th Street and right into the beating heart of Manhattan. The Times Square. Oh, the red step is open. It's full packed right now. You know, if New York City has a living room, this is it. Bright, loud, chaotic, what else? Dazzling. What else? Brilliant. And you know, this is a crossroads where the world gathers day or night. Even now in the evening, it feels like daylight here. You know, it feels like daylight actually here. Well, thanks to the blaze of neon and LED. The screens are towering over every corner. You know, this isn't just a square. This is a, what would I call it? It's a global, maybe a global symbol. A place that tells you, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Do you remember that line? If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Remember that line? Yes, that's New York. New York. What about a little history? You know that Times Square wasn't always the spectacular or spectacle as it is today. Oh, look at that. They're there. You know, originally this area was called the Long Acre Square. I've been telling that every time I'm here. You know, the Long Acre Square. And it was known for carriage shops, horse stables, and grittier lifestyle. At the beginning of 1900s, there I see the motorcycle there. beginning of 1900s, when New York Times moved its headquarters into the new Times building, the new Times building, you know where it is? That one there in the middle. The one there in the middle, and now it is known as the One Times Square, that one, where the ball drop is. That is the headquarters of New York Times in the beginning of 19th century, of 1900, shall I say. And the city renamed the area Times Square. So this also when the tradition of New Year's Eve ball drop began, which has been lighting up every December 31st since the beginning of 1900s. I think, yeah, I cannot say the exact date, but the beginning of 1900s when they moved, when the New York Times moved here at the same time. Okay? Well, think about that. More than a century of people gathering here to celebrate a fresh start and to count down the seconds of time and to believe in the possibility of new beginnings. Isn't that powerful? It's powerful, actually. Well, lessons? Well, your life too can be renamed. What was once ordinary or even gritty can be transformed into something iconic, something unforgettable. And now let's take a look around. Let me move in here. These lights aren't just decorations. They're the very identity of Times Square. Advertisers, you know, they pay millions of dollars a year for a spot on their screens. And the rule here, you must shine. That's the rule here. That's why you have to pay millions of dollars just to get a spot. Well, by city regulation, all buildings in Times Square are required to display illuminated signage. That's why